Hello collectors, and welcome back to another video review. And today I've got the Kylo Ren from Star Wars The Last Jedi. So we'll quickly start off with the box, then we can go straight into the figure. So on the front of the box you have an image of the product with the lightsaber on, and the effect is photoshopped obviously. You got Star Wars, Kylo Ren, movie masterpiece, and Hot Toys. It's your standard Star Wars packaging, nothing really special about it. I'm sorry if I cough on camera or make any sick noises. It's just that I'm feeling a bit under the weather. So let's quickly get into the figure. Already got him there with all of his accessories. So first, he comes with comes with a pair of open hands, pair of fisted hands, and as you can see, the black has a gloss coat on it, which is a change from the previous one where it was more matte and it was a bit more sandy. So I'm not sure why they went with a gloss. But anyways, get another open hand, a pair of lightsaber holding hands, and one left force hand. You also get a swappable what's it called? Graphic card. So this is supposed to be the throne room floor, and the one that I've got him on right now is the character card. It's just got the First Order logo and Kylo Ren's helmet. Sorry. Next is his lightsaber. So this is a change from Episode 7, where now the hilt is more black and there's less exposed wiring, and the blades are more unstable because they've got this excess energy because he's got a cracked crystal in there. So he also comes with a light up lightsaber arm. Now I won't be showcasing this because I've had some bad experiences with the light up swap up arm, because the clothing has actually been damaged when I tried to swap the arm on the old Kylo. So I won't be using this arm. He also comes with a swap out head, which is his helmeted head. I'm not sure if it's the same one as Episode 7, but they've got some very nice sculpted scratching and dents. They also got a lot of weathering everywhere, and I really like that silver detail there. And if you can't see the section where his eye should be, that's cloth. So you just pop off his head sculpt and stick this in. Now the neck section is a little weird, but Hot Toys has sculpted in this is all hard plastic. They've sculpted in this creasing effect. And it comes with a standard Hot Toys base with crotch grabber and metal nameplate. So without further ado, we'll get straight into the figure now. As usual, we'll start from the top down. So we'll start with his head sculpt first. Not sure if that's showing up well on the camera, but he has a very nice scar that Hot Toys has sculpted in that actually goes a lot further. It actually goes down a bit to his neck there. And Hot Toys has nailed the likeness of Adam Driver. They've got a lot of nice details on the face, like some frowning expression and some nice wrinkles along his cheek and his nose. And again, Hot Toys has done a good job with their sculpted hair. This is all black, there's no light tones or hues, but that's fine because that's his actual hair color. So I'll just quickly demonstrate the cape. Yeah, just be careful when you take it off that you don't scratch the hair too much. So, okay, there's a magnet. There's 3 magnets on the back of this cape. There, and there. So I'm just gonna put down my camera, and all you have to do is line up the first one. As you can see, the first one's already stuck there, and wrap the cape around his arms, and that's the look that you get. Looks pretty cool. And the cape, as you can see, is made up of different pieces of maybe this is pleather. It's a very light material and it drapes very well, but as you can see, it's made up of different pieces. So Hot Toys has stitched this cape together out of different pieces of pleather, and on the inside, if you can see that, yeah, they've just continued on. They've used bits of pleather in stripes on the inside. Really nothing else that special about it, but it is a nice cape. So I'm just set that aside so we can get a better look at the figure itself. Now to the costume. Hot Toys has done excellent work. They've crisscrossed their stitching patterns to create a very nice effect, and the stitching itself is kind of light reflective, so it brings it out even more. Now on the side, his arms are a different piece of fabric to the suit, to his main bodysuit, so that should allow for more range of motion. And that crisscrossing work continues around the back, and you can see that's the magnet that the cape is supposed to attach to. And going down to the belt, it is a leather or pleather material, and that is where you would hook his lightsaber. There's really not much weathering on it. I'm pretty sure it's the same belt as episode 7. Now on the, no, not there, on the back section of his kind of kama, if you're referring to a clone trooper, but they've done it diagonally, not horizontally and vertically, so that makes it look even more, it makes it stand out even more. Now going back to his arms, on the episode 7 one, Hot Toys actually folded the fabric to replicate these pleated sections, but this is, all of these lines, they are plastic. They might be 3D printed, I'm not sure of the manufacturing process, but they are a plastic, so these aren't folded that much. They are folded a little bit, but this defining line is plastic. It's not a hard plastic, but it's a kind of flexible plastic, if you get what I mean. And as you can see, that's the zipper where you would zip up his sleeve and swap out the light up arm, but as I've had bad experiences with that, I won't be using the light up arm. Now his pants, they are very interesting because it is a new material to me, at least. I haven't had a figure that has this material on it. It's a kind of nylon-y material. It's very thin. As you can see, it's see-through. You can see my finger through the other side. So it's extremely thin. Not extremely, but it will allow for excellent leg articulation. In theory, that is. Now his boots are a little bit of a disappointment in the fact that there is no ankle articulation at all. This is just one fixed piece. But while it is one fixed piece, they are extremely detailed. You can see there's some dirt weathering along the bottom, and I really like that glossy effect for the straps. So yeah, that's the figure as a whole, and you can see Hot Toys has replicated Adam Driver's body type, where he is extremely wide on the top, which has been the subject of many internet memes regarding Ben Swallow. So I'm just gonna show you the look that he has when you swap out the head for the helmeted look. After some very hard pushing, I've managed to get the helmeted head on, and as you can see, it's actually pushed the suit down from his collar. It's pushed it down a bit because the neck section is actually a bit wider, so it pushes the collar down. So that is a little bit of an issue, but I'm not sure which head to display him with, because I really like that helmeted look, and I really liked that look in episode 7 where he had the helmet and the hood up. But I sold off that figure. I might have to get it back now. But I really like the helmeted look, so I might go with that and the cape. Still thinking about it, because that looks very, very cool. Now I might have to push the head back a bit, because it does look like his head is sticking out a bit forward, and the helmet does look a tad bit oversized when comparing it to the body, but it looks pretty good as a finishing piece for my new trilogy collection. I'm just gonna put his lightsaber in his hand here, so I'm gonna strike a quick pose before we end the review. Something like that, maybe. Sorry if I'm sniffing a bit, it's just a bit ill. Yeah, maybe something like that. I don't know, that's just a quick pose. But I think I will display him with the helmet. Maybe. Okay, so my final thoughts on the figure. I've just got him set up in that classic battle pose where he lights up his lightsaber on crate, but with his helmeted sculpt. So all in all, this is a pretty good release. It's got 2 head sculpts. The suit is very well done. As you can see, the articulation is good. The legs could actually go a bit more forward than that. Just quickly demonstrate the arms now. As you can see, way more than 90 degrees. But yeah, there's really not much else to say. You got wide array of display choices. You can use the head sculpt, you can use the helmet, you can use the cape, which I've got down there. You could, I don't know, you could use the force hand even. So you got many choices when it comes to displaying this. Now, The Last Jedi has been subject of a lot of controversy, to say the very least. And even though I wasn't the biggest fan of The Last Jedi, I still got this. I still got the Praetorian Guards, because you can't deny that the throne room scene was very, very badass, and it was very cool. And that is what I want to replicate in my display. So yeah, that's Kylo Ren. I'm just gonna show you a quick sneak peek of my collection with him in it, of my new trilogy collection, that is. So let me just put him on the shelf and I'll be back. Okay, welcome back everyone. Now this is my new trilogy collection. That's one shelf of it. You can see there's my other stormtroopers. So now I've refined the pose a bit. I still need to do a bit more changing of it, but it looks pretty cool in among the guards, the snowtrooper, the First Order troopers. I'm leaning a bit more to the helmet. I mean the Adam Driver sculpt. There's too many helmets on these 2 shelves. So yeah, I might also have the cape on, because that is a pretty cool piece. So there's really not much else to say. There'll be a link in the description to Sideshow's website where you can, I think he's still taking pre-orders. If not, he should be shipping soon. And I don't think he's sold out, but if he is, I'll just mention that in the description. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next review, which could be next week. Who knows what Hot Toys will release. They've been releasing figures like crazy these past couple of weeks. So yeah, thanks for watching.